It's me, Holiday here, and I'm here to talk about Blandon, as you can see so obviously by the title. But I know what you're thinking. This isn't Blandon, this is Auntie Heart. But if you've ever watched any of my live streams, you know that I was only 2 yokai away from getting Gilgirls, Auntie Heart, and Frosttail. Now both of them are mine. So now let's go and start by opening the seal. So let's open up the seal. I'm working on Smogmella Muncher. Hope we get to the dish tomorrow. So Cruncha from the crank. Frosttail, he's a hidden stage. Gluignon is easy. Auntie Heart's the only hard one. Cavity's pretty easy. Shadow Venomous, so the only hard one here is Cruncha, Auntie Heart, and that's about it. The rest are just easy. Gilgirls. Me Gilgirls, you friend. And I think that was one of the last pieces of my Tough Drive medallion. Speaking of medallion, let's check out what the Tough Drive has. Missing me 3 yokai. Making A, the new SS rank boss that's soon going to be coming to Score Attack, and I have no idea who this is. So if anyone knows what 323 is, please tell me, because I've been trying to look it up. I have no success. Now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Holiday here, and I'm here to talk about Blandon. He is my Wib Wob showcase this week, and I think it's going to be a new series that I'm going to be starting. I'm going to pick out a few Wib Wobs that I like using and show why I like using them, and if you should use them on your team. First up is Blandon. He's very, easy to get, hard to max, like most yokai. To max him, you need to catch 35 Dimmy and evolve them into Blandon 35 times. Of course, this is annoying. In fact, it took me about 20 hours to actually do this. It would have taken longer, but I was using Blandon himself to grind for wire money and my Dimmy's level. So it went a lot faster than it would have. Plus, it was a week off school, so I was easily able to do this. His description: Blandon's lack of presence makes him a really great spy, but he's sad that no one recognizes him for that. Well, him being my Wib Wob showcase this week, I hope that you guys can see a little bit more use in Blandon. So I'm here with your basic 6 attack skeletons, 4 boosters, and 1 attack booster. I'm well aware that Beelzebub has unity with Blandon, but Beelzebub is your standard use yokai, so I thought this would be an exception. And as you see here, he does 15,041 damage with 4 boosters. Well, of course, my boosters are not maxed, and all of them are at least ultimate level 4, 3 and above, except for Man Mountain, who is ultimate level 2. But that's a lot of damage. But how can that damage be used to help you? Now, in the long run, it's a lot of damage, but do you really need that damage? Well, I'm going to be showing you why you do, yes, need that damage, and why you should put Blandon on your team, because raw damage output doesn't really mean a lot of things. Shogun has a lot of raw damage output, but not a lot of people use them after they've beaten the game. So we're going to be talking about why Blandon should be almost always a must-have on your team. So I'm using, this is Tambo. Tambo is another direct attacker that I really want to use. And Tambo, Handle, and all the rest, they're all brave. But Shady against the brave, and they're super effective. Combine that with a little bit of tribe unity, and you got yourself a whole bunch of damage. But how can we make money with Blandon? Because not everyone has good cheer like I do. In fact, to be honest, Blandon was my main Y money maker at the beginning of the game. So yeah, he's very good when it comes to Y money. And now we're gonna slow down here. We want a few big Wib Wobs. Try to get up on this board too. Oh, cool! You even got Tambo. Okay, now we got two bonus balls, so there's no real reason to. So we're gonna flood the stage field and fill it with Blandon. Of course, we have to be careful not to knock out the panda. Because, well, Panda's pretty easy to knock out. I mean, problem is, the only stages you can really do this on, there are very few or there are very brave yokai. One of them is the Minochi stage in downtown Springdale. Of course, I'm going to be pulling off two filters here. So that's not as good as I could, but you're still going to see a lot of Y money come out of this. Just the fact that it's Brave versus Shady will make that much of a difference. Yeah, see, I'm well aware that's max blind, but that's still 700 Y money. 600. Exactly 600. That's not a lot. But that was only 2 Soultimates. So each Soultimate's about 300 Y money. So looks like I found myself a superhuman. Let's be fast. That's my second Tambo. Only 33 more to go. Whoop, whoop. So let's see how much you can do if you pull off 5 Soultimates. Because that was a bad run. So let's see how much you can do on a different stage with a different B rank waiting for us. A brave B rank. Let's see how much we can get when we try to flood him. Okay, so this is about as clear as I'm gonna get. That's the nightmare of trying to do these on these normal stages. These guys, they have just too little health to do this on without worrying about killing them sometimes. And that's a mistake I pull way too often. But we're gonna get your average 4 Soultimates off. Maybe, probably even a 4. Sadly, the 5th one wasn't as attack boost, but you can't wait. Let's see, 3.7 million. 3.7 million. And that translates to about 1,016 Y money per match with a max Blandon. And I think I should know that all of these other yokai, they're only Soultimate level 3. That's not a lot of soul secrets. That's not really a lot. And you can see the Y money that I'm putting out here. It's a lot. But are there other uses to Blandon? Of course there are. And I'll be back with the big one. The biggest reason to use Blandon? Score attack. This week, Brave. And Brave and Tough both weak to Shady and Eerie. And if you want to be getting those Brave coin G's so you have a chance of cranking out those Demunchers, this is your place to go and get them. Also, if you want 8,000 Y money for free every week, that's another good reason. Let's see what the rankings are. Top 50 is 90,000. I've done that before. I beat it before. I'll definitely do that this week, and we'll be trying to do it this week on 9 million, not 90 million. So, you see, one of the best things about having Blandon is that you don't have to worry about getting to fever time on the first trio. It's simply linking it up fast. I hate going shooter runs because they usually are a pain in the butt to do due to the fact that you do need to get everything done on the first 2 trios, or you're going to find out the hard way that you're going to run out of time. You don't really have enough. So we're gonna just rush this. I want to keep a big supply of Blandon on the screen. I hate that glitch. Why does that happen on my phone? You just saw proof that my phone is weird. If that's not proof enough, I don't know what that would be proof. And we have more than enough time to go ahead and flood. I'm probably panicking right now because my phone is freezing. Okay, so this is gonna be your average. I'll still have a score bonus, thankfully. And, well, that's not my best run, so this week it's a very good run. Enough to get me top 250. Yeah, about 70,000. Not a very good run, but not a bad one as well. So, well, there you have it. You just saw all the blending can do. So if you don't believe this guy can actually pack a punch, well, there you go. You've been completely proven wrong. However, one of the worst things about Blandon is that, sadly, he gets outclassed by his older brother, which is Null. Null has a much higher attack stat than Blandon, obviously. And he maxes out at the same exact point. Problem with the Null is that he's a rare encounter, so you have to restart stage. I should have wrote this down. What's the stage number? I'll just show you the stage number because I just can't. I know what the stage is. I just can't remember the stage number. It's not 85. Null appears on stage 96 and 107. 95 and 109. Yeah, so he appears on the screen. 96 and 109. He appears on the mirror part and screen stage. So yeah, if you guys just want to look for Null instead of Blandon, go ahead, because I'm about to start doing that starting from next week. I need this guy next. So yeah, that's about it. Do you think Blandon's a good yokai? Because I think he is probably one of the best yokai in this game. He's top 20. Because sadly, we have all attackers, and we have the score boosters, then we have the attack boosters, and then we have the direct attackers. Because problem is with Blandon, even in score attack, he's outclassed. I know Null outclasses him, but this hog, he does it all. Farm on the trails, and you'll get a much better score than using your Blandon. However, he doesn't beat Blandon until he gets to Sultan level 5. So that's a good reason you should use Blandon versus Boink S, because until Boink has a crown on his head, he's not beating Blandon for the longest of times. And I think he needs to be Sultan level 6 to beat Null, so those two are pretty good, and they should not be doubted. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you guys have any recommendations for what I should do for the next Wib Wob of the week, the next Wib Wob showcase, give me a yokai to showcase. This is definitely not a hint to who I'm doing next. Definitely not a hint. Why are you still watching this? Go somewhere else.